My cervix opens with ease. I breathe calm energy into my body and down to my baby.
Breathe. Breathe.
I have complete faith in my body's strength and wisdom. Each contraction brings my baby one step closer to.
Hey guys, so it is now 2:54. My contractions have been going since close to 1:30, I believe. I've been tracking them somewhat. Yeah, since 1:20 I started tracking them. I don't know if you can see that, but so my lights are so bright, so sorry guys, you might not be able to see so much stuff. But I'll take a picture and insert it. My contractions are coming like anywhere between every 2 to 5 minutes. It was the first they were like 20 minutes apart, then it came down to like 10 minutes apart, 5. Now they're like literally every 2 or 3 minutes apart. We've been having a little bit of complications with the pool, trying to get water in there because we didn't know what hose and stuff like that to get. This is the first time, and I'll explain to you guys a little later, but right now I'm not in the mood to explain so much. I can barely talk. That's how I know these contractions are getting stronger, because you can't talk to them. I'm having a surge right now. So this thing's gonna keep track. So right now I'm doing hypnobirthing, and I'm practicing upward breathing. Once it's time for me to push, I'll be doing downward breathing. But the baby is going to push, my body's going to push on its own. I don't really have to force it. When you try to force yourself to push, that's when you can tear. So we're not trying to do that. So I'm going to let my body do everything on its own. I'm about to get in the pool, guys. I have on a like blanket thing right now. I'll be covering myself with like a little emoji or something like that, because y'all can't see all of that. And yeah, Dave has been the best.
Lord have mercy. This girl cares a lot for me, because she ain't wake me up when she's supposed to.
No, just like the same thing with you the other day. Well, this was more important, but I didn't expect the whole situation to happen. If I would have known that, then yeah, he would have been there. But we should have took a nap together earlier. But
it's all good.
None of us.
It's all good, y'all. We gonna get through this.
Yeah. Babe, I'm gonna have to be the camera director for a little bit. I'm gonna get this down here.
Yeah, I got you.
So even though I'm gonna be out on camera, of course when I upload it, I'm gonna find something.
Yeah.
So you can't birth with a towel on you.
Yeah.
Got the water going there?
Yes. You want to feel it yourself? Breathe. You need to get in the water now. Where's your tea? Okay. Breathe, baby. Breathe. Breathe. You need to get in the pool. You need to get in the pool. You need to get in the pool. Breathe, mama. God, you're so strong. You're so strong, baby. You're so strong. You're so strong, baby. You're so strong, baby. You're so strong. You're so strong. You're so strong. You're so strong. You're so
coming so much.
I know, she's ready. This rich hazel oil is, man.
Purple?
I mean, I said rich. I mean,
Oh, don't make me.
I mean, the midwives.
And on my side.
Alright, let's record. Let's record.
I am surrounded by supportive people. I soften, I open, I release.
I've got the battery here. Baby, you got it. Coming in some more.
I am focused on a peaceful, gentle birth experience. My body.
Awesome. If you notice, we did that breathing exercise 4 times in a row, and the reason why we do that is because doing it 4 times is going to help you get through those contractions, which are lasting about 45 to 60 seconds during that active stage of labor. And so doing it for that amount of time, like doing the breathing for that amount of time, is going to get you from beginning at least towards the end of the contraction as the pain is going down. So you have made it out of active labor and you are now in transition. And transition is the hardest part of labor, but it's also the shortest. So your contractions are about 60 to 90 seconds long and are 2 minutes apart. So they are coming fast and they are coming hard, and so breathing manually is going to be really, really important for you. Your cervix is doing the last little bit of dilation in order to get to 10 centimeters so you can push that baby out. And right now, a lot of women experience the urge to push at this point. But if they start pushing, the chance of tearing is pretty high, and of course you want to avoid that. So I want to teach you a type of breathing that is going to help you avoid pushing and resisting that urge. So that breath is just a short, shallow breath, as opposed to the long inhale, the deep inhale, and the long exhale of the de-stressor. So that's going to encourage the sensation or that urge to bear down, and remember, we want to avoid that at this point. So this breath is just a short, shallow one. So
Proud of you, baby.
So that's the kind of breath that you want to be doing.
This is style. You can't get the wig ready.
That sounds kind of like you're hyperventilating, but it's not.
She got the makeup on fleek.
You're taking 2 shallow but purposeful breaths in and 2 shallow but purposeful breaths out.
That's a Libra for
Let's
you.
do it again. And that's how you'll get through transition to resist the urge to bear down. Now, if you're not feeling like you need to bear down, but you're still just trying to get through those contractions, and that's how you'll get through transition to resist the urge to bear down. Now, if you're not feeling like you need to bear down, but you're still just trying to get through those contractions, go back to that de-stressor breath and keep doing that until the pushing stage. So during this pushing stage of labor, the inclination
Hey guys, so I thought I had recorded the affirmations that Papa wrote for me, but I did not. And Papa has like OCD when it comes to cleaning. So after we did everything with the pool. He like hurried up and put everything away, but he put it in like a drawer, but it got crumpled up. But it's still on the hooks and everything. So I just wanted to show you guys. The first affirmation he wrote for me, it says, trust God. This is one of my favorite affirmations for children. It says, for this child I prayed, and the Lord has granted the desires of my heart. 1 Samuel 1:27. We got another one that says, Amira loves you. And this one says, I love you. And then also was the affirmation from the woman with the birthing kit. But yeah, I was thinking about actually putting this over top of Amira's crib. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, these are the affirmations, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. I'm so thankful for my husband. He loves me so much. And looking at these affirmations definitely encouraged me through the pain to keep going. Trust God. Knowing that my baby girl loves me and she's on the way, she'll be healthy and beautiful. And that my husband is here supporting me and that he loves me. God, you are so good. Thank you.
It's a lot more flexible than the distressor breath that we did that I had you count in and exhale for a certain amount of time. This one, at this stage, I really want you to do what's most comfortable for you. So you're going to either breathe in deeply through your mouth or your nose. Remember, your nose is going to probably help you stay more calm and have a more steady breath, but do what's more comfortable for you at this point. You want to breathe in. So you're expanding your belly, but breathe deeply and comfortably. And as you exhale, you're going to create a low groan in the back of your throat. And you just want to envision that low groan going all the way down to your uterus, down.
Get your name. I keep calling you Dad. What's your name?
Aiken, A-K-I-N.
Oh, Aiken.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Aiken, Amber, Amira.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's cool. All right. This is your first and last name, BG's for baby girl. It has her date and time of birth on here.
Okay.
You and Aiken are going to keep these on the whole time she's in the hospital.
Okay.
Okay. So when nursery nurse comes over with you, you'll see she'll check her bands to your bands. They'll make sure, okay, yeah, this is your baby.
Okay.
Okay, it's just a safety thing.
Okay. Look at your cheeks.
He's looking at you like,
You haven't seen my full face yet. I know.
hey, baby.
That's your mom and
You
dad.
hear my voice? You hear our voices?
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to my freaking channel. I can actually record this video for you guys. And I'm kind of worn out because my camera's been having issues. My memory card's been... My freaking computer's old leg, my new man is upgrading me, okay? Because he loves me, so. In about 2 or 3 months, I'll have everything set up the way I need it. But we gotta hustle and grind, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna be recording on the iPhone for a little bit. And he got me the new iPhone for my birthday, so this should be coming out gorgeous. I'm sorry guys, I'm adjusting myself. I'm just trying to make sure I'm lined up pretty good here, okay? Alright guys, so yes, welcome back to my freaking channel. Today we're going to be talking about my princess Amira. We're going to be talking about Miss Amira's birthing story. By the time this video gets up, it could possibly be January, but we're going to aim for December. We'll see how that goes. So let's go back to the day of August 21st at around 1 something in the morning. Now, if you guys checked out my midwife brew video, which I hope you guys did, you will see that midwife brew was a success, okay? The midwife's brew was a freaking success. If you want to have your baby come naturally, I mean, I guess it's not naturally because you're kind of doing a little something, but it's naturally like not the hospital intervention, if you get what I'm saying. Try that midwife's brew, okay? If you like 41 weeks, they talking about they ready to cut you and you don't want to get cut, or they like, you know, just trying to push a C-section and you want to do vaginal, try that midwife's brew, okay? Try it. It is. Yeah, clearly the enemy is trying to stop my progress. Like, he's mad at my shine. And you know what? I'm going to keep shining. So take 53, okay? Because we're going to get this done. Okay, so where was we? All right. So, yes, guys. Okay, guys. So, yes. With the midwife's brew, it is a freaking success. Like, it worked so great, and I had no complications. Now, I'm not saying this is gonna be no complication or nothing for everybody, but from what I've seen online, it's about a good 95% success rate. That's pretty high. So, do your research. Do your research. Do your research. Don't just take me for my word. I'm not a professional doctor. Don't try to sue me, okay? Because I know how you girls like to tussle. Okay? Don't do it. I'm just telling you what worked for me. Now, back to Princess Amira. At about 1:30, 2 o'clock, my contractions started to boom after I took that midwife's brew drink. And I wanted it too because I was ready to get her out of my belly. She was heavy. And I was just ready. I was ready. Yes, so about 2 o'clock, that's when I started to go into labor. Now, guys, I labored from about 1:30, 1:45-ish to about 9:29 a.m. Okay? When I tell y'all that was the most painful thing ever, birth is like one of the most painful experiences ever. But I still beast moded, okay? I still beast moded that baby. Because, yeah, I did not have my home birth, okay? So I'm just going to put that out there. I didn't have my home birth, but I did have a successful VBAC after 2 cesareans, okay? At the hospital. And the reason why is because, again, I did do my research. Now, my original plan was to have a midwife, okay? But midwives cost like close to $10K where I'm at, okay? I'm in Maryland. I don't know where y'all at, okay? I'm just telling y'all where I'm from, where I'm at, how much it costs. So I was like, nah, baby, you know what I'm saying? Me and hubby, we was like, that's a lot of money. We could be putting that into something else. Now, don't mind you, for our daughter, we would pay anything, but you have to be smart with your money. So we said, you know what? Let's start doing more research. I did a lot of research. I love to look up things. And I found out that there was a lot of women who did this thing called like wild birth, free birth. They did not have any assistance. None. Doop. And I know a lot of you like, what the hell? Probably like, what the heck going on here? Y'all crazy. Hey, what floats for some people may not float for other people. Okay? Back in the biblical days, they had midwives. Some women went into labor and had to deliver themselves. Some women go into labor on the way to the hospital and they got to pull over and have their baby on the side of the road. The only person they have is their partner or the Uber driver or the McDonald's crew. I done heard a lot of crazy stories, y'all, okay? A lot. So the moral of the story is, if whenever that baby want to come, that baby going to come. That baby don't care about no midwife, no doctor, no nurse, no machines. That baby like, I'm ready to come out. Point blank, period. Okay? So, I got over the fear of saying I needed a doctor. And again, don't judge me in the comments or I will block you. And you probably gonna hear some of this too. So don't try me. All I needed was God and my husband. So, yeah, that's what we was rolling with. So we got the swimming pool and everything. I'm gonna insert a clip somewhere around in this video showing you my sweet husband. You're probably gonna see him walk around. I didn't get to record him like filling up the tub because I was in a lot of pain by that point, and I missed a lot of footage, unfortunately, because due to the same situation with the memory card, I didn't get to catch all of it on video like I wanted. But I got some little clips here and there, and I also don't want my personal, like my body and all that stuff to be out. I notice a lot of women have that, but I don't really want that on the internet, so not too mad, but I wish I could just have it for my own documentary. So, yeah. He filled the water up. Guys, my husband's so amazing. Okay, let me tell you how amazing he is. Our water hose would not, the water hose would not connect to the sink, the one we got from Home Depot. So he had to take a bucket and fill the pool up one bucket at a time by himself while I'm in labor. I tell you, he's like, I will never forget that. I will never forget it. I owe him like some like arm curls or something. I don't know. But that took a lot of strength, I'm sure. And I'm forever thankful that he did that for me. Not only did he like fill the tub up with the buckets, like he also made sure that I stayed warm throughout my labor process, which means he had to continuously go back and forth and get hot water, warm water to make sure I was okay. And I think that is just like he's my soulmate. Like, what? So yes, that was going on. I think I mentioned to you all in the previous video, in the midwife brew video, that he wrote also my affirmations for my birth, you know. And he is just, y'all gonna hear me like talk about him a lot because I'm so thankful for him. And he really like talked me through my birth, like, babe, you can do this, you got this, don't give up, breathe. He was rubbing my back. He had the humidifier going with lemongrass, which is my favorite scent. He was scared at first about the wild birth because this is his very first child, and so people are very used to hospital births. But once he got over that initial shock, he was like totally in. Like, you know what? I trust God. I love you. I trust you in your research. I've done my research. Let's do this. And I think it's beautiful. Because I've had other people in my life, not going to name no names. So I'm playing. Not going to name no names, but they weren't really supportive. And that's okay. You know, everybody doesn't see your vision, but I do. And he did, and I'm thankful. So he was like pretty much like my Superman during this whole process. And I was just going through each contraction, breathing. Breathing is so important when you're having a baby. So any moms out there that's pregnant, whether it's your second, third, fourth, I'm telling y'all, I'm on baby number 5, and y'all, each time it's intense. Okay, it doesn't get easier. For those of you who wonder, okay, no, it's painful. Eve, when I see you in heaven, like it's over, because it's painful. So I'm breathing. Y'all, time is going. I'm listening to I cannot think of the name right now. My mind is drawn blank, but I'm gonna put the name of the woman here. She's a doula online. Her name's Bridget Taylor, I believe. And it was a certain method. I can't think of the method right now. It's like a certain method that you're supposed to do with when you're having like the home birth experience, midwife experience. And it has like upward breathing and downward breathing. Like I said, I'm going to put the name of it up here so you guys know. but that truly helped me. Was it still painful? Yes. Did it help me tremendously though? Yes. Along with herbs. And I'm going to also list some herbs down below. Raspberry leaf tea. I just don't know why I cannot think today. Everything I'm thinking about, I'm going to list it below. But raspberry leaf tea is the GOAT. It is like the main thing that helped me throughout my pregnancy. Throughout my pregnancy, during my pregnancy, after my pregnancy, raspberry leaf tea is the GOAT. Period. Postpartum, all of it. Red raspberry leaf tea. You better get you some. You better get you some. And like I said, I'll list some other herbs too, but it helped me big time. And just going through each contraction, again, breathing. And so, again, it started about 1:45. Here we are around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I feel like I'm ready to pass out because I'm tired. I'm tired as heck. Y'all, I start falling asleep in the pool. So I said, okay, let me get out and go to the bedroom. Y'all, my legs were shaking so bad trying to walk. Like every like 5 minutes I was having a contraction. I was just like shaking. Now, mind you, this would be my very first time having a home birth, unassisted at that. And so I was afraid to do the downward breathing, which is the breathing that you're doing to push the baby out. I was afraid because a lot of times if you just try to push against when it's time to push, you can cause yourself more harm. So you have to know when to push and when to just, you know, go on with the contractions. And so I was going to have hubby check my cervix, but he has big hands. He has big hands, so that was going to hurt me. And I was really in pain and kind of irritated. So that probably was not going to be a good idea for him to check me, but I needed to know how many centimeters I was dilated. All of these things I didn't think about. Again, don't judge me. Judge your fish or I will punch you. So I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I end up, again, getting to the bedroom from the pool, and I go lay down in the bed, and we both fall asleep in the back for like maybe about 25 minutes. In the 25, 30 minutes though, each time that contraction came, I was like, ugh. And then I'll try to go back to sleep. Oh, go back to sleep. And I was just like, dude, this is torture. This is torture. Fast forward some more. So maybe about 7:30, 7:45, y'all. This is when I start breaking. I was like, dude, I'm almost there, but I'm so freaking tired. I'm in so much pain. I don't know how many centimeters. I'm dilated. I'm scared. I want to push, but I don't know if I should push. I'm scared. What am I doing? I'm crazy. Baby, why did you tell me no? Like, I'm going into delusions. He's like, babe, hold it together, hold it together. I'm like, babe, let's just go to the hospital. Okay, let's just go to the hospital. Right? I can't. He's like, babe, calm down. Look at me. Breathe. You can do this. Don't give up. And again, it was just so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I'm like, okay. So I did it some more. I kept breathing, but it was like through those contractions, I started like being violent with him. Like I'm like hitting him. I'm like, babe, this hurts. I'm freaking in pain. I'm in so much pain. And I apologized to him so many times afterwards because I was like punching him, telling him. Ah. And he was trying to be so sweet to me, but I was getting so irritated by the pain. I was like, shut up, stop talking to me, leave me alone. Oh, come here. Why would you leave me? Get away, come here. I know you probably thought I was a freaking nut job, but he kept it together for me. And again, I'm so thankful for that. But yes, about 8:30, y'all, I couldn't take it no more. Like I cracked. Like I was like, dude, no, I don't even know when I'm gonna push. So I was like, all right, babe, we gotta go to the hospital. Now mind you, we moved, and where we moved at, the hospital is not far from us at all. Like I'm so thankful. So thankful. It's 3 minutes away. So we're trying to get out the door to the hospital, guys. I start seeing like liquid coming down. So I believe this is like when my water is breaking. Now, mind you, I've been in labor for at least 6 hours or more at this point, and my water is just now breaking. I struggled to get to the car. My legs were like shaking like little twigs in the wind, guys. Like I was shaking uncontrollably at this point because I was in so much pain. And babe was like, babe, let's just get in the car, just get to the car. He was like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you don't want to still stay home? I was like, babe, I'm sure. So he was like, okay. He got in the car. I couldn't even sit down in the front seat. I had to stand up on my knees. I had to sit up on my knees and hold on to the seat like this. And he drove like my butt's like facing the traffic. Like I couldn't. So we get up to the front. He double parks, of course, put the hazards on. We get to the front of the emergency room, guys. I'm like, like I'm wobbling like a freaking penguin on like rollerblades. Like I'm freaking out of it. And the people at the front are like, oh my God, are you in labor? I'm like, yeah, duh, you think? So they're like, did your water break? I'm like, I don't know. I think it is. I don't know. My water has never broken with any of my children. The hospital's always broken, and that's why I did not want to go to the hospital this time around. So it actually was breaking on its own for once, which I'm like, wow, my water can actually break on its own. So the lady's like, ma'am, we're on the bottom floor. We have to get you up to the maternity unit. You have to sit in the wheelchair so we can get you up there. I'm like, look, I will walk, I will struggle, I will climb like Spider-Man, I will swing from the tree to tree. What I'm not going to do is sit down in nobody's chair because I'm in too much freaking pain. Me and her went back and forth for at least about a good 10, 15 minutes because I was like, I can't sit down. I cannot sit down. It hurts bad. Okay? She didn't want to hear it. So eventually they got my psycho butt in the chair and it was able to roll me up. Babe also was like, babe, please sit down, please sit down. I was like, baby, I can't. But I finally sat down and I was able to get up there and I was just in so much pain. But I finally got into the room. They asked me all these stupid, stinky questions, all these questions. Now, mind you, I did not want to get a C-section. So I didn't like tell them everything. Okay, I wasn't as honest with them because their thing is if you have more than one C-section, they don't even want to consider you to be a candidate for a VBAC. That's the whole reason why I wanted to go with a midwife. Now, God is so good that he knew I didn't actually need to have a midwife necessarily to have that VBAC. Now, if I wanted it, but did I need it? No. So that's why I believe it didn't happen. What was I gonna say? I'm thinking because I'm like, well, it did, but that's too much to get into right now. So she was like, the doctors and stuff were like, how were your babies delivered? So, I had my twins and Nehemiah, one of my twins was an emergency C-section before. I'm pretty sure you guys can remember the video back in 2015 when I told you guys that. He was an emergency C-section. So he was a C-section and then Zachariah, my last child, was a C-section. So technically I had 2 C-sections. But I only told him about Nehemiah. So when it came down to them, I did end up getting an epidural because again, I was in just so much pain. But I was so proud of myself that I came such a long way without needing any medication. I was in labor, like I said, way over 6 to 7 hours, no medication. Warrior, okay? So I'm getting an epidural and I'm like finally like, oh my God, like it took forever for me to get the freaking epidural at that. And I'm already way past 9 centimeters. I don't even know if they're supposed to give you that, but they did. Because I was just like going off. I was like, I need this. So, what ended up happening? So then that's when one of the nurses or the doctor, I don't know, they pretty much ended up finding out Zachariah was a C-section too. And they were like, we might have to prep you for the OR. I was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. I will walk out of this hospital. Limping and all, hooked up, take this damn thing out my spine. I don't give it. No, you're not putting me in nobody's OR, nothing. I put my foot down this time. And it's like, okay, all right, we will try to have you push. If everything goes well, fine. But if I'm like, yeah, okay. So hubby's in there. He's just being, again, supportive, listening, looking, being very attentive. And yeah, it came down time to the pushing time. And I was so nervous. I was so nervous, but I was so happy. I had so many different emotions going through my head. Like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. Soon as the doctor, she wanted to see how much more far along I was before I started to push. Soon as she put her hand, like literally like this, like my water just, you know, if I like did the rest it was supposed to do. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is the first time I've ever experienced like my water actually breaking. So she was like, yeah, you're ready. You're at 10. You're at 10. Dude. So I got there about 8 o'clock, 8:30. She was born at 9:29 a.m. I pushed. She was like, oh my gosh, she has so much hair. Whereas I pushed like the second push, she was like, she has so much hair. I was like, oh my gosh. And Babe was right there. He was like, oh, you know, he was just looking at awe and just like, wow. You know, I could just tell he was like, wow. And she was like, push. He was like, push some more. And about 4 pushes, Amira was out. She was out. My baby girl came out at 9:29 a.m. And she was 8 pounds, 9 ounces, 21 inches, I believe. Yeah. And just beautiful as ever. Just looking around. She had like a little bit of like heavy breathing. And she started to cry. And she was like, and I just was just so filled with joy. You know, they laid her on my chest. I'm gonna insert a video, you guys, of her laying on me. And I was just in baby heaven. Like I was just so like thrilled and happy. Hold on one second. Okay guys, so this is baby Amira. Amira, say hi to YouTube. Say hi YouTube. Her thing came off, guys. Yeah, she already done been scratching at her face. She was sleeping. She was trying to go back to sleep, guys, but I want to put her on camera so y'all can see my beautiful bundle of joy. I finally got my girl, you guys. I finally got my girl. 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 She's like, mommy, I'm tired. But yes, baby girl came. And she was so healthy, guys, and happy. The doctor was saying my placenta was so like healthy and red and nice. And like I said, I attributed it to elderberries, sarsaparilla, I think that's how you spell it, sarsaparilla, and red raspberry leaf tea. Amazing. And sea moss. I did take sea moss during my pregnancy, and I plan on doing some more. Amira now is 3 months, so sorry I didn't come to her when she was more of a newborn, but you know, I gotta give her some time and, you know, have some privacy for a little bit. She's so loved. Everyone loves her. She's still the show everywhere we go. And I know she looks like her dad, okay? I know. If any of you say it in the comment section, I will find you. If anybody in the comment section says she looks like her dad, I will find you, okay? Think of the movie Taken, where he says, I will find you, and I will... That's what I'm gonna do. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just kidding. But yes, guys, so that is Miss Amira's birthing story, okay? I tried not to make this too long, but this is her birthing story. So she was not a home birth like I wanted, but she was a vaginal birth after cesarean. And I labored at home majority of the time, and I believe that made a big difference compared to my other pregnancies. With my other pregnancies, as soon as I started feeling pain, I was like, boop, like within that first hour or two, probably about 2 hours of consistent contractions, I was like, boop, I'm out the door. This time I waited all the way till 7-8 hours in labor, and then I went to the hospital. Of course, they said I was crazy, but I mean, y'all didn't cut me. They ain't cut me. They ain't cut me. Yeah, so I'm really happy, as you can see. I'm really happy that I did not get cut, guys. I'm happy that I had a beautiful baby. And she was safe. I'm so thankful the hospital wasn't too far. So just in case things didn't go according to plan, which it didn't, I still had something to fall back on. And again, I'm thankful for the research. I'm thankful for the herbs. And most importantly, I'm thankful to God, my Father. Thank you so much for protecting me and baby Amira and having a safe delivery. Oh, bless you, Mama. Bless you, Mama. But yeah, so that is that. We'll be back. I'll probably do some little videos with little Mama on here. And she's going to be on my TikTok more too. So in case you guys are on TikTok, follow me on TikTok, okay? Blessed and Lovely. That is my name on there too. Why? Because I'm blessed and lovely. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed my birthing story. Again, try the midwife's brew if you are interested in having your baby born pretty much naturally, you know, not having to induce your labor through other methods, but a natural way. And have faith. If you do have to give birth at the hospital, please try to wait it out before you go. You don't have to wait as long as I did, but try to wait it out so you don't have to get a C-section. C-sections are just, they're so rampant now, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I'll come back and talk to you guys more about that because I do want to make a video about that. So let me know down in the comment section. What did you think about this video? Thank you so much for watching. Say hi to Miss Amira in the comments, guys. Be nice. Or I will fight you. We will fight you. Little mama's tired, so I gotta put her down in bed and give her some milk. And yeah. I love you, Mama. I love you, Mama. Do, 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 do. Love you, Mama. Do, 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 do. I'll enter some videos too of her actually like up and active and everything like that. But again, thank you for watching my channel. I'll be back. And yeah.